are going to discuss is secondary data. Secondary data are, there are two types of data. I think you probably know that you need to use in research. The first one is primary data, compulsory. And primary data are the data that altered by you. You are the one who find them. So that's why we call primary, first source of data. How you get it? You set a questionnaire. And when you set the questionnaire again, you set the questionnaire based on objectives of your research. It doesn't, if you set certain questions which are not part of your objectives, that means you will not be able to find any answers, right? Remember, you always have to keep yourself reminder that every research question can have more than 1,000 objectives. That means when you have a research question, this research can go in many thousands of directions. But you can't do that. If you go in thousands of directions, you will get lost and you get failed. So when you have these thousands of directions, you have to control yourself to focus only to one direction. And this direction is defined by your three objectives. Three objectives. And so when you are going to write the research and when you are going to find the answers to the questions that you are going to seek for, meaning that your questions must be based on these two objectives. Okay? So this is the primary section of data. Now we are talking about the secondary data, which is, unfortunately, you have no control. Secondary data are the data that you gather from outside. You can't claim ownership. Someone else done that. So, for example, if you look for a company report, or if you look for a government publication, and you're using, maybe your research question is about how could the mainland tourist arrival to Hong Kong impact the retail, the demand for retail products in Hong Kong. Okay. So if you are talking about this kind of research, one of my students wrote a paper. A few students wrote a paper on this. Very nice. So you really have to get data related to mainland tourist arrivals to Hong Kong, right? And so that means you need to access data from tourist department, mainly with this tourist area. And then you really need to access data from retail government department that is controlling the things of retail sales, and they have all the facts and figures. They have got the big figures at least. How many of these? They usually categorize consumer goods into different categories, like cosmetics, clothing, baby products. They have this kind of broad categories. So you can see arrival of tourists from China goes up, and this is also going up. And you can see the arrival goes down, and this is also slightly marginally going down. So these publications are not done by you, right? It's done by government department, and so these are called secondary data. Okay, so these kind of data are also important. Now, the point of argument here is this. The point of argument is that whether you need secondary data or not. In terms of primary data, there is no argument. It is compulsory. It is a must. This means it is a must that each and every one of you conducts a primary survey. It means you design questionnaires and you go answer these questions. It's up to you how you want to conduct the primary survey. Maybe based on internet. I think you know that there are a lot of internet sites that accepts research questionnaires. And you just upload it, and some people do that. And it's free. You don't have to pay any money for that. Or there are other ways that you can conduct farm research. That means you go house to house, you talk to people, you access people in places like in Hong Kong. It's a lot easier than a place like Australia, because what I'm saying is that at least majority of population, working population in Hong Kong, they still use public transport system. Some places like Australia, maybe it's different. It's mostly a drive. Right? Like 80% a drive, very big portion. They use the public transport system. So here it's a lot easier. You can access these people. And here it's shopping is a big thing in Hong Kong, isn't it? Now everyone wants to do shopping. You know why people in Hong Kong love shopping more than anywhere else in the world? Except first thing is that they are stupid. I'm just kidding. I hate shopping. Okay, I don't like shopping. So I'm anti-shopping. So I really don't like people who are doing shopping too. I mean, the point that I really can't understand in Hong Kong is that, okay, and my wife knows that I don't like shopping, so she totally forgets me when she wants to go shopping. And the point that I really can't understand in Hong Kong is that I thought shopping is usually ladies' thing. That only ladies like shopping. But in Hong Kong it is different. Not to the same level as ladies, but still men, they do a lot of shopping too. And they like it, they love it too. Now I theorize, this is my theory, it's empirically tested. Okay? Although I haven't done any test on that. My theory in Hong Kong why people love shopping is because you've got smaller houses. Your houses are actually very small as compared to those in Australia. You don't have houses in Hong Kong. These are just small houses. Yeah. These are good for night park. That means you work hard, daytime, go back home, take a shower and sleep. And then early morning wake up as soon as possible and leave that place. They are very uninhabitable. They're very small. I mean, because like if you talk about like places like Canada or Australia, all the houses they have a garage, they got a front yard, they got a backyard, and on Sundays you read your newspaper in the backyard under an apple tree or something, and then you have the barbecues and you got all here. No. Where can you read newspapers? On your couch, and 3 feet away, 5 feet away from the couch, you got a huge television set that covers half of the house. So because of this, people here they don't really want to stay at home because you don't have real proper homes here. So that's why everyone wants to live. That's why everyone wants to spend time in shopping malls. And in a way, it is good because you guys can do research, question, ask people in shopping malls because everyone is there. See, so it's a good thing, particularly for primary. Okay. So now the question comes whether you really need secondary data or not. Now it largely depends on your research question and your research objective. Now, if you are going to talk about researchers that needs to support with figures and facts, and then you probably need I know this is a very serious thing because a student of mine, sometime back, long time ago, when I was working at Coventry University, she did a research, the same thing I told you, mainland tourist arrival, and I forgot, she's talking about mainland tourist arrival, but I forgot maybe she's not talking about retail per se, she's talking about maybe luxurious goods, the demand for luxurious goods in Hong Kong. And I did, actually I supervised, she got two supervisors. She got a first supervisor who actually left, and then she became my student later on. And then I found that she actually, the previous supervisor, I don't know, he didn't really probably give proper advice to her, and she didn't have any secondary data. When I told her, she was a little bit reluctant to accept my suggestion because there did a lot of things. So, but I told her that if you are not going to incorporate secondary data here, I doubt you will be successful, at least in the past. And finally, she didn't do that and she got failed. So some research questions you really need to have secondary data. So be prepared. Point that you need to know is that sometimes secondary data are not really that easy to access. And sometimes they are not easily available. So that's why when you're designing the research question, you have to think that part as well. Are there any secondary data related to this topic? Can I access it? So be careful with that. Right. So this is a little bit of a quick checklist, very much self-explanatory. Does data help to answer questions set out in the problem definition? Does the data apply to the time period of it? So this is a thing that you need to be careful as well, because sometimes you need facts and figures. As I said, sometimes some facts and figures may be outdated. So be careful. It has to be within the same period. Okay. A place. If you are going to conduct research, if your research base is in China, then you need to be careful about this particular thing as well. If possible, go to the original source of the data, because if you make a simple Google search on certain data, you may not really get the right thing, because internet is full of rubbish. Anyone can upload things the way they want. So you have to be a little bit careful on that, because the source is important. If the source is a government department, if the source is